Hello guys, I'm Asan and welcome to Programming with Asan. Today we are going to learn the basics of variables in Python. We will discuss about what is variable, why use variable, how to use variable, naming rules and guidelines of variables, and some exercises. Well, PyCharm is open on my PC now, but do you know that Python installer also comes with an editor as well? Let's also open that for you. I go to Windows button and look for the Python. Here we'll go for the ideally. Well, this is ideally shell. Ideally shell. We can call it also REPL. REPL. REPL stands for read, evaluate, print, and loop. Now, what is a variable? Variables are containers where we put values. Variables are pointed towards memory addresses. Variables should have names. Variables put the values in the memory addresses and consume some memory space according to its value and data type. So variable is something which has a name, a value or data, and association with a memory address while consuming some memory space. If we change the value and a data type of variable, its memory address also changes. For the concept of memory, we can discuss with it later while we will discuss about the is operator and double equal operator, LSS, etc. Now comes with why use variables. Honestly speaking, if there was no variable, world would not need programmers. Think like that. If everything is constant or fixed, why we will need to program, right? We need variables to do some operations with same algorithm with objects with different values. As a programmer, we write those algorithms with some tools. By the way, here the name of the tool is Python. Now, how to use variable? Unlike other languages like C, C#, etc., Python is dynamically typed. We do not need to declare them before using. A variable is created at the time we assign a value to it. And that assignment needs a single equal sign, like I can write x equal 20, right? No error. Then after initial assignment, we can use a variable by calling its name like x here. If we want to change the value of a variable, we need to assign that again, like we assign the variable x to 20, then we can write x equal 5. As the Python is dynamic, a variable changes its type if new value is of a different type than the previous one, like the x is an integer, we can assign a string value to it, like we can write that x equal say string. Okay, we didn't find any error here. In the REPL, as it is an interactive platform, we can write the name of a variable and hit enter like this. Say x, what's the value of x? Yes, x is string now. In other editors like PyCharm, we should use print function to get this value. So let's go to our PyCharm. Here is the PyCharm. Previously we write that code. So to get the hello world, we used print function here. So like our REPL, we can assign a value to x like string, and to get the value of x, we have to run this program, right? So we have to write print and the x. Now to run it, we can right click any space here and click run like that. So here we got the value string. So every time we want an output in PyCharm, we have to go through print function. But early in this stage, it is very useful to go with the REPL because we don't have to write every time the print function or run the program. So for the time being, we'll use REPL. But anyway, you can get the same result in Python while passing the variable name through print function. Well, before going to learn about some naming standard, let's do some exercises. Let's change the value of x that we write here, that is string. We can change x value to 2. Okay, no error. Now get the value of x. So we type x and hit enter. So we got 2. Can we add an integer with this variable? X plus 3. Oh, very good. We got 5. Let's assign another variable y and assign Python to it. Y equals Python. Okay, no error. That's good. So let's get the value of y. We type y and hit the enter. Okay, we got Python. Now again, assign another variable p equals a string value here, programming. Hit enter. Let's check what y plus p shows us here. So we type y plus p. Well, it's Python programming, but looks odd here, right? So we need a space between Python and programming. Let's assign another variable here. Let's call it z. Z equals a space. Well, we assign a space to z. Now check what gives us y plus z plus p. Y plus z plus p. Oh, that's good. Python programming, we have a space here, right? So how about to put a space directly with like y plus space and again plus p. That's good. It also works. This plus sign with the string is called concatenation of string. Let's assign another variable called m equals 4. Okay, very good. Now, can we check the value of x plus m? Check it, x plus m. We got 6. So here our value of x was 2 and value of m is 4. So, okay, our calculator works fine. So how about some decimal values which we call float? Let's assign s equal 3.1. Again, t equals 2.3. So we have two floating point variable s and t. And check the value of s plus t. Check it yourself. Sometimes you may get some issues with the floating point operations. Let me know in the comment box what you got here in the s plus t operation. If you got an issue, please comment in the comment box. We will discuss with it in a later video. Now let's check x plus t. Can you check that? X plus t. So the x value was 2 right here. X value was 2 and the t is 2.3. So we got x plus t, x plus t equal to 4.3. That's good. Now let's check our x2 and the p on which we assigned programming. X plus p. Oh my god, we got an error. Unsupported operand types for plus, integer and string. Let's check with t plus p. T plus p, a floating point variable and a string. Again error. Well, the issue is we can add combinations of integer and floats like integer plus integer, integer minus integer, float plus float, float minus float, integer plus float, but not with string, with integer or string with float. So this is the rule. We'll discuss a lot about the string in later videos. And now, how you check the type of a variable? We got x here, but can we check the type of the x? We know that x is here an integer. So the function is we type and pass the variable. So the type of x is integer. It belongs to class integer. Again, we can check the type of p. Let's pass it through type, hit enter. Yes, that's right. The p is a type of string. So by the type function, we can check the type of a variable. Now comes to the rules of a variable. Variable should start with a letter or underscore. Can we check that? A1 equal 3. That's what. Underscore p equal Python. It also works. That's fine. But variable cannot start with a number. Like we cannot write a variable like that. 1a equals 6. It's an invalid syntax. So we cannot use numbers at the beginning of a variable. Next, a variable can only contain alphanumeric characters and underscores. Type a variable a underscore a b equals 23. We can write that. We can write a1 underscore c equals 7, and we cannot use any other special characters. We can write a percentage sign like a percentage equal to 9. Again, variable names are case sensitive. The variable Python equals 6 with the Python with a capital P and Python with a small p are not same. And also variable names should not match with any keywords. So keywords, what are keywords? Keywords, some reserved words that the Python needs to do certain operations. Here we see some keywords. Sorry guys, I got some issues with my PC, so I had to restart my computer. After that, one of my friend called me. Anyways, let's talk about the naming guidelines of variable. This guideline is actually provided in PEP 8. So what's PEP? We can check the official website of Python, python.org. Here in PEP 1, the definition of PEP is written. PEP stands for Python Enhancement Proposal. A PEP is a design document providing information to the Python community or describing a new feature for Python or its processes or environment. The PEP should provide a concise technical specification of the feature and a rationale for the feature. Now, what's PEP 8? PEP 8 is a style guide for Python code, we need to write our code very easy to read. We should maintain the readability of our code. According to Pipit, we should use a lowercase single letter word or words for the naming of our variables. For words, we can separate those words with underscores. Like we can write last name equals Kabir, like that. If it is a single letter, we can write x. Let's say it's a coordinate, x equaled 30. Again, we can write a single word like name equals Asan, like that. And if you use single letter for your variable name, try to avoid the small case L, capital O, sorry, this is 0, O, and capital I, because you can be, or anyone who is reading your code may be confused with 1 or 0, sorry, 0, because this looks like similar. So try to avoid this and maintain the descriptive and meaningful words for the variable naming. That's mean like what we have already written, that last name, it is actually descriptive and meaningful, and it is also easy to read. We can also write, maybe you have a car, you can write my underscore car equals BMW, like that. Why we should use the descriptive and meaningful words? Let's see an example. Let's say we need to store a person's name. We can write X equal Elon Musk, and we need to write his name as last name and first name. So we defined another two variables, y and z, and write like this: x dot split. We'll talk about the split maybe in later video. This function will split the two words. Hit enter, then print z comma y comma separated by a comma and a space, like that, Musk Elon. But it will be better if we write our code like name equals Elon Musk, then first name comma last name. Thus we can get from name dot split. Those are separated. Now print last name, then first name, then separated by comma and space. So here you can see that the meaning of the variables, we can easily read that and understand that. Unlike other languages, there is no concept of constant in Python, but if you have any intention to maintain a constant, use all capital letter and separate words with underscore. Later, you or any other person read your code, it can be easily express itself as a constant. So if we want to write or store the value of pi, we can write like this: 3.1415. So as it is written in capital letters, so we can easily distinguish it as constant. But in Python, there is no concept of constant, right? There are lots of guidelines for the readability of code which are discussed in PIP 8. As we advance through this series, we will adopt accordingly. Finally, a quiz for you. Yeah, a quiz. I wrote x equal to 2 like this, and p equal programming, right? Can you guess how it would look better in another way? Answer me in the comment below. Hope you like this video, and if so, please click the like button. If not like, well, you know what to do. And if you want to get more videos like this, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. It will help me a lot. See you in next tutorial. Till then, stay safe, and as always, thank you for watching. Goodbye.